because everybody on this call is at least a little bit complicated. And I will tell you, when I stand on the stage and I talk about this, I talk about doing a strategy session with your CPA at minimum July and October, minimum. My CPA calls me a fast mover, but I honestly know, that if I sat down with him in July and October, I wouldn't, and Claudia gets frustrated with me because we do move so fast. When we weren't meeting with him regularly enough, we couldn't remember all the things that we had done. I know that sounds crazy. Excuse me while I ignore a quick call. I know that sounds crazy, but when you're selling, I'll give you an example, and I don't mind this being on the recording. We were in escrow to sell our auto repair shops. We're going through that process. We're in the LOI process. We didn't have an APA, not a PSA, they call it APA, Assets Purchase Agreement, in place yet. We're going through the due diligence, getting them everything they needed. In the meantime, I had 1031 a property in Mission Beach, California, was in escrow on 105 units in Oklahoma City from that 1031 of that property in Mission Beach, California, and also in escrow on a 40-unit complex in Weslaco, Texas. Meanwhile, we were flying over to Las Vegas and looking at a house because we were in the process of moving. Isn't that crazy? How do I meet now? Add that with everything else that was going on for the year. How do I meet with this guy in July and October and try and remember everything that I did back then? I couldn't. Right? So I happen to have a program with my CPA. He calls it a CFO program. We pay a monthly subscription, and I meet with him monthly, and we go over it. We just met a couple of weeks ago and figure we've already projected out based upon what I think we're going to do, what my projected income is for the rentals we have, the different investments that we have, the new moves that we're planning on making. We have an idea of where we're going to be based upon 2022 projections. Meanwhile, we're doing brief discussions on finalizing 2021, which is already, look, if you're planning all throughout the year, you don't need to plan all throughout the year, the following year, to wonder where you're going to end up with taxes in the previous year. Does that all make sense, guys?
Yep.
The point here is we're there. Call your CPA. This is a community of change. So if we just keep going with the same old, don't be surprised when your tax bill's $300K and it could have been $50K. That's really the bottom line, right?